stuff here. All right, I am ready. Hope everyone's doing a good. Hope everyone's doing well. And even though it's a bit chilly inside or outside, I mean it's gotten chilly in here, but I hope you guys are doing well. First and foremost, I hope you guys. For some of you were watching last night's show. But of course, the big story coming out of today was the fact that I understand that um, a legend in you know a legend in the entertainment business has unfortunately uh, been taken from us, and it is with deepest condolences. And I want to wish my the best, nothing but the best for and prayers to the family of one Jason David Frank. I wanted to wish him, or rather his family, well, and we're gonna miss you. Definitely gonna miss you. Of course, most people know him as the original Green Ranger, as well as White Ranger, at least in terms of the original Power Rangers. But he had other roles as well. But that was his claim to fame, and we're definitely gonna miss him. But also, hey, how's it going, Atticus and to Clinton? And of course, we're gonna see Clinton in action today. And also, hey, great to see Patty as well. I just know that one person I want to give my you know my I want to give my hugs to him because I know that he is a big fan of Jason David Frank, and I want to anyway. TJ, put me at QB somewhere next season. We'll see. And if not, is wide receiver, running back, cornerback, something like that good in case QB's not available? Because there's only going to be 4 teams, and obviously most of those teams have a great quarterback. But we'll see. I'll do what I can. Wide receiver's good. That's probably the most likely. I can do that too. And also, hey, what's up, James Gamer? And James, you're gonna have a game today, my friend. Okay. I'm just gonna wait until the 3-minute mark, but great to see. And also, James wants to be a wide receiver next time. A running back. Wow, you're gonna be huge. I can tell you that. You're gonna be the biggest running back ever, man. We'll see. Make make Clinton a special position for him. Oh man. Okay. Well, without wasting any more time, we have 2 games today. So at least we don't have a marathon of games we have to get through, but we have 2. But those 2 are going to be fun. So with that, anyway, yeah, because first we had Kevin Conroy, and now Jason David Frank. Yeah, man, well, I have something in mind, but for now, let's focus on the task at hand, and that's the Madden series. So, with all that said, um, who wants to go first of the teams that are still left? Uh, oh, you have to go? Oh man, I was hoping you come in, or I was hoping you get to see it, but hopefully you get to come back, and if not, you could always watch the replay. It's not a problem though. So, can I promote something? Yes, you may. So, what are you going to promote, man? And then I think, well, okay, so Clinton, are you saying you want to go next? I'm just making sure that that's exactly what you want. Anyway, hold on, I'm typing. Not a problem. And while he's doing that, um, I can. Okay, cool. All right, so in this case, it's going to be Clinton and the Dallas Cowboys. Typey, typey. Yeah. All right, so it's going to be Clinton and the Cowboys against the Buccaneers. So the Buccaneers and Cowboys will go head to head. So we'll find out if Clinton can stop Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. So let's get to it right now. And of course, I'll also reach out to the other members. But I was hoping that James could stay for a little bit, but. Okay. Okay. And also, hey, what's up, Brandon? And Brandon, you also have a game today. Clinton is a Tom Brady fan, JK. Oh, okay. All right, so tomorrow night on Chaos Regional Wrestling, we will be having a memorial show in honor of Jason David Frank. That's what JDF stands for. So, yeah, I look forward to that. All right, so let me get the Cowboys. All right. So we have, let me get the game started, and in the meantime, I'm going to contact those contact the others in this case. Okay, that looks good. Clear's fine. Anyway. Okay. Looks good. All right, so without further ado, let's get started. Okay. Asking a lot, Joker. Yeah, pretty much.
Today, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, this is the National Football League.
I'm checking in. I'm in North Carolina right now. Wow. Hi, Jen.
We'll see Tom Brady and the
Tampa
Bay Buccaneers taking on Dak Prescott.
Normally I'd answer, but right now I'm in the middle of a game, so sorry about that, guys.
Weather-wise this time of year than this one right here, Tampa, Florida, and beautiful Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Dallas Cowboys.
Sorry if I'm not talking. I'm just letting somebody know that I just started streaming.
And off we go from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
It's been a lot of fun.
Yesterday was crazy. Oh, really? I did not realize that. So what happened on AEW, man? Other than the fact that MJF won. I know that MJF won the championship, so that wasn't really much of a secret there. Anyway, maybe end it with a boss man move. I will be home on Tuesday. Oh. Hopefully everything goes well, Jen. I seriously mean that, and I hope that you'd stay safe and everything, man. Or Jen.
Looks
And
to
then,
throw on first.
oh yeah, then Darius Helms. Let me get him. Nice catch there, and nice reception. Gets it past the midway field, or midway, and into the 45 onto, or with Amari Cooper with the reception, I should say. I can't talk. Yeah, that was something there with Regal turning heel.
The exact same way. Explosive right out of the gate.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's Prescott.
And Prescott gets rid of it, and a completion and a first down.
And he's got this down to the 35. He's locked in early. 2 nice first down completions to start.
I like the fact that he's seeing the whole field early, spreading it around a little bit in the early going.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Prescott
dumps it off, and another completion and almost another first down.
Past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
Yeah, just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Forgot to get my pop-out chat. Let me see this, though. The least shocking heel turn ever. Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that that's something that would happen as far as Regal was concerned. But on the other hand, it kind of makes sense. It does fall in line with his character. So, you know, at least it makes sense. So, I mean, if you're going to do something predictable, it has to make sense, and it does. So I'm cool with it.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to
definitely cool with it.
Here on 2nd down and 11.
All right, let's go with this next play. 2nd and 11. And, oh, he got rid of the ball before he got sacked, but that's going to cost a down, 3rd and 11.
You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too
then,
late.
oh yeah, that's right. And then finally, MBN John.
Make sure you hit it just right.
An incomplete pass
so
on
we just
that
get
last
Jonathan.
play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now
Prescott, a complete. Well, he got the completion, but not enough for a first down. In fact, they fall 8 yards short on that.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash.
And a field goal that is good, 3-0 Cowboys to start off as Clinton gets them on the board, 3-0.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
All right, let me check the chat really quickly. He gave it away, sadly, by coming out of the heel entrance. Oh, yeah, that probably would have been... That probably gave it away, unfortunately. It would have been funny if he gave MJF a red kendo and Mox a green kendo. Then they would have gotten a kendo saber duel. I want to play Bullet on both sides next year. And if EA doesn't have it, then put them in a death match. Isn't that the hybrid wide receiver, running back, and then there's the hybrid linebacker, safety, and cornerback? That's called the Bullet. I believe that's what it was. All right, let me get the Buccaneers. I know that MSW is doing his show, so I'm not even going to try to contact him, but hopefully, because I know he's doing his own stream, so I'm not going to, you know. And they go for a run, and they get 1 yard out of that. 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Brady.
And Brady, a completion, and he gets it to, of course, Gronk, and he manages to power his way into a first down. That's going to be key to try to stop Gronkowski. There you see Gregory, or I'm sorry, that's not the Gregory that is Gregory Blakely. That's another Gregory.
After the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Yes, okay. Brady, he gets the completion,
That's James.
and he got it to, of course, Joshua James,
I think defensively you're
the
okay
second
with that.
receiver. Oh, there's Darius Helms, number 22.
And that's what you count
Gregory
on.
Blakely
I like what
is
you just
number
said.
99. He
First
is the
quarter, can you do it all game long? They
the
catch it, you tackle,
defensive
they go down
tackle,
on the spot.
number
Because when you're able
99.
to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where
And another
every
completion.
series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Again, it's Brady. Slant route to Miller.
Okay.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
And then James Gamer was here, but he had to leave. And then the other two are Joshua and RS. So let me just get those two guys.
On the opening drive, they like that.
They don't just like it, they love it because now everyone gets locked in.
I will say this: if the Cowboys are going to win, they got to stop Tampa Bay. If not, limit them to field goals. You cannot give up touchdowns, and you certainly can't give up too many first downs. Really, you just cannot do that.
Now on first down.
And they get the completion and force them out of bounds.
Just inside the
2nd and 5.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd
And
down.
another completion, and this time they get to the 15. That's the thing about this team is that if you don't stop them, you know, it's going to be very tough to, you know, stop them as you got to stop them early. And if you can't stop them early, you know, there's no way you can stop them as we go on. But you got to stop them. I mean, I know that's easier said than done, but you have to do it somehow. 1st and 10 at the 15. They hand it off. And Fournette only gets 2 yards on that one. 2nd and 8, and that's the end of the first quarter.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second down and 8. To throw is Brady.
And a completion and another 5-yard stretch or a 5-yard throw. 3rd and 3. Now this is a big stop here because if you don't, well, you know, this is not going to end well. I know that.
And this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field.
Right now, Tom Brady is on fire at this point.
Gets both feet down for the completion.
Brady going to try and throw on 3rd down.
And a completion and a touchdown. Buccaneers. And he got it to Miller. Great catch there by Miller, and Tampa Bay is in the lead
do you
6-3 with an extra point upcoming.
That's a great point because now they've been on the field for a long time.
Yeah, not what you want to do if you're the Cowboys. You just cannot allow a touchdown. Well, now all you have to do is answer back and stop them the next time on defense.
Now the try here for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs.
All right, now I've caught up. Now let's see. Where's Myles Garrett when you need him? Yeah, exactly. Anyway. Oh, hey, what's up, Jamar? And okay, so the Falcons won. In fact, let me see. I forget exactly who they played today. I was so busy with helping with Friendsgiving at my at church. I forgot who they were playing today. They were playing against the Bears, and the Bears were doing well, but then the Falcons came back and they took over. Now that I remember, yeah. And then the Raiders ended up winning in overtime against the Broncos. All right, so we start at the 27-yard line, and for Dallas, they got to respond. I mean, they get 3 points only to give up a touchdown in the next, defensive possession. So now it's up to Dallas to respond and take back the lead.
Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases.
And then Patty says, "Hi, Jamar."
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
But yeah, congratulations to your Falcons, man. And a completion to, for 5 yards, that is. I didn't see who he got it to. And it was to Schultz.
Possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
I mean, really, it starts with, they go for the run. And that's another thing that Tampa Bay is going to have to deal with is Ezekiel Elliott, because the thing about it was the Bills couldn't stop Ezekiel Elliott. So we'll find out if Tampa Bay can do that. But anyway, 3rd and 2, and this is a big 3rd down conversion that they need to get. Although otherwise, this may very well be a long day. And intercepted! Intercepted! And they get him down at the 16. Oh my goodness. Already off to a terrible start. And then you just give up an interception, and that's going to give them great field position. Man.
We'll take a break.
You just cannot give up interceptions like that. You just can't. Especially not against a Brady-led team.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Fournette running right.
And Fournette, touchdown, Tampa Bay. And not even, and only 1 play later, they cash in. And now it's 13-3 with an extra point upcoming.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, because unless, I mean, we have seen deficits overcome before, but now, if Dallas is going to come back, they got to score a touchdown, and then they got to get a stop and score again. That's really what it comes down to. They cannot give up another score like that,
Extra point right
or it will be done.
And that pushes the lead up to 11. Well, they got the ball in great field position. 1 play later, boom, end zone.
And of course, we still have the other game with the Cardinals and the Green Bay Packers.
On the return, Tony Pollard,
and he gets it all the way to the 25.
Right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
So now if you're Dallas, you cannot afford any further mistakes. At this point, you've got to make, you cannot make mistakes. I just can't stress that enough if you're Dallas.
Before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive.
And a completion, and gets 7 yards on that. So 2nd and 3. I can't talk. But 2nd and 3 at the 32.
With their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
They hand it off. And they get just enough yards to get a 1st down. Indeed they do. There you see Sly Cooper, number 40. And then, of course, this was when the boy named Sue was still with the Buccaneers. But I understand he recently signed with the Eagles.
To throw is Prescott.
Prescott.
He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And he gets it to Schultz. Now a 2nd and 4.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
I mean, if you're Dallas, the one thing you got to do is try to wake up right now. And obviously, if you're Tampa Bay, the worst thing you could do is give up a big play. That's the worst thing that Tampa Bay could do. And, well, they give up a 1st down is what they do.
At the 49-yard line.
Let's see.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left.
Anyway, now we're at the 2-minute warning. 14-3, Tampa Bay. Hey, how's it going, Wally? I may as well mention, especially for those who do not have Discord, is that day 1 of Blue Toad Mania for Blue Toad Wrestling. That's going to be this Friday. That would be the Friday after Thanksgiving. I don't, and if I do have something on Thanksgiving, it'll probably be the Super Bowl. But that's about it, though. But after that, and of course it's going to be before most people have Thanksgiving dinner. So I'm going to try to do it before most people have to go to, eat at Thanksgiving. And if not, it's okay. I can always reschedule it for another time. But that's the plan. That's the plan. And then Patty says, "Hi, Wally." Anyway, 1st and 10, and so far Dallas has had its best drive right now. But right now you got to cash in, and that's what you got to do. You got to cash in.
If they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half.
They hand it off again. Goes back the other way, and wait, we have a flag. Now let's find out what that flag is. It's a hold against, and it's against Jordan Walker of all. Yeah, not good if, because now that puts you in a 1st and 20 situation. That puts you back at the 36, or 39, sorry. Anyway. Oh, I did, in the C show. Okay, I'll watch that. Anyway, MSW, you are on the field right now. Or actually, you're on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I should say. Excuse me. Right now, your team is doing well, 14-3, and of course, the teams that win this game and the next one will go to the Super Bowl. Yes, we have heard the sad news that Jason David Frank had passed away. for those who don't
So
know.
still 14 yards to go, second down.
All right, so 2nd and 14 for Dallas.
Prescott from the gun.
Prescott trying to find somebody, and he gets it, and a first down. Big play and a timeout used. Nah. It's me. It's oh wait, I'm not DDP. Oh, I get it. It's me. It's me. It's JETT. I'm gonna do that. It's JETT.
For the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
All right, 1st and 10 at the 17. Prescott trying to find somebody, but he couldn't, and he gets sacked by Jason Pierre-Paul. Of course, most people do remember him from his time in New York with the Giants, especially with his time with Eli Manning. But yeah, unfortunately, Prescott did not see him coming, and by the time he did, it was too late. It's me, it's JETT. And then Jamar says, hello, Wally. Okay.
2nd and 14. Another try after the first down sack.
And gets the ball off, and he gets a 10-yard pass, and he gets it to the 3rd and 4, and more important, he goes out of bounds to stop the clock, so that's going to save him at least one timeout, or the one timeout they still have, though. Also, hey, what's up, LD, with the little ones. But now 3rd and 4, big play here.
The Bucs with an extra defender now.
Let's see what happens here.
On 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott.
And they get the completion and a touchdown! Dallas! And that's going to cut the lead down. And he gets it to Lamb. CD Lamb, number 88. And with the extra point, that'll cut it down to a 4-point game.
So that's just big to see that football get into the end
well,
zone.
the thing is, contractually speaking, this was before I realized that he wasn't going to come back, and he took advantage of a situation that, you know, that presented itself, and, well, it is what it is. So the only thing I can do is just, until he loses the title, I have to hold on to him. You know, Scout's honor. But yeah, so yeah, Cruz is going to stay until he drops the title. That's about as simple and plain as I can make it. But we're not here to talk about Blue Toad Mania. Well, at least not that or anything like that. Me or, oh, you mean Chambly, not Sham. You called him Shamble, man. It's a good thing that Adrian's not here. Otherwise, he'd probably been like, boy, what did you just call me? He probably would have said something like that. Although, he probably would have just, you know, joked about it. And he probably would have just, you know, had a laugh at it. Anyway, nice run back to the 26 by Joshua James. Now 15 seconds left to go. Worst thing you could do if you're Dallas is give up a big play or even give up points. I mean, you got to within 4, so now you have to find a way to get the stop here. It's hype, TJ. It was a typo, but I'm going to act like I was making fun of him. It's Penelope. They hand it off, but gets only 4 yards on that one, does Fournette. 2nd and 5. Penelope sees a football.
So we've hit halftime,
and that's going to end off the half, as it is 14-10, so it's still a close game. So you have to, you got to give the Cowboys credit for getting to within 10. So all they have to do is try to find a way to get the ball back
of the EA Sports halftime report.
And then score themselves.
Thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime report. This one has been a
anyway, good pass there to Miller, and that's what put him up in the, you know, that's what put him in the lead after trailing 3-0.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Anyway, there you see Blakely with the old school helmet. And of course, there you see Brady. Now, of course, Anger still does the kickoff special, the kickoffs. He's not handling the punting and kicking. He's only doing kickoffs. So I just wanted to point that little tidbit out there. Not to say that Clinton couldn't do it. He can. Anyway, he runs it back. Does Joshua, and he gets it to the 23. Hey, what's up, RS? RS, you're in the game right now. And RS, oh yeah, let me get this here. There we go. So, right now you are an offensive tackle, Mr. RSTV. Right now you're on the field. Wally's going to go for Dallas to win. All right. Well, for Dallas to win, they got to find a way to get the ball back. They fake the handoff, and Brady gets sacked. And who else? It was Randy Gregory. I can't talk. But number 94, Randy Gregory, got the job done and puts him back by 8 yards. 2nd and 18, but great play. And I don't know if you know this, Jet Strike, but you were on the Buffalo Bills, and unfortunately the Buffalo Bills, they got beat. And they got beat by the Dallas Cowboys in the previous round. Unless you're talking about the real-life Eagles. In that case, yeah, they're doing good. Anyway, 2nd and 18, they hand it off, and, well, they stuffed Fournette is what they did. They anticipated Fournette was going to run, and Van Der Esch was able, like Van Der Esch and the rest of the guys were able to key in on it. 3rd and 19.
I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about.
Yeah, ran right into Van Der Esch, and then the rest of the guys ended up taking down Fournette. Fournette's a big guy, but, you know, the fact that 3 guys got to him, that tells you something there. 3rd and 19. This is a huge play for Dallas. The worst thing you could do if you're Dallas is give up a big play, and if you're Tampa Bay, you got to get this one. Let's see. Well, he got the catch, but unfortunately for I didn't see who caught that ball. Well, it was caught by Mike Evans, but unfortunately he stepped out of bounds 2 yards short of a first down. He misread it. He thought he was across, but he was not. So Mike Evans made a mental error, and that saved Dallas because 2 more yards, and he's got himself a first down. But he made a mental error.
Mike McCarthy pretty decisive. He brings out that red challenge flag.
Oh, now, wait a minute. What is Dallas challenging?
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a
I'm not sure why you would challenge this because, you know, you got what you want, and that's to get the ball back.
Well, here's the call.
I don't get this. So was he out of bounds or what?
So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also.
All right, well, that's going to cost him That's going to cost him a timeout. Not smart. Not smart, because at least the thing is, even if he doesn't catch it, but he did, you still get the ball back. That was not a smart challenge by Dallas. And, you know, and even Clinton does not need to tell you that. Anyway, a fair catch caught at the 33. So now Dallas will take over.
It goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
All right, so if you're Dallas at this point, no, not a good challenge. Yeah, exactly, Wally. That's not a good challenge. Never said McCarthy was smart.
And now Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I mean, during his time in Green Bay, you know, he had a great team. He had some great teams there.
If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They'll try and get
you know, they get it down the middle, and he only gets 3 yards on that one.
But no more than that. 2nd down.
Of course, you know, Sue is not exactly a scrub. So you know you got to run a, you got to, if you're gonna run at him, get through him. Otherwise, if he gets you, you're not going to get very many yards on that. 2nd and 7 at the 36. Then an audible. They hand it off again. And does he get enough yards? No, he gets a 3rd and 1. All right, big 3rd down conversion here.
That he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
When I Dragonheart playing tonight. What? Well, Dragonheart is in the game. And a completion. And a 1st down. Or, unless you're asking, when is Dragonheart playing today? If that's what you meant. As for when is he playing tonight, he is a defensive tackle for the Cowboys. And he's a defensive tackle for the Cowboys. But obviously, the offense is on the field right now, so he's on the bench right now. If that's what you meant to say. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Jetstrike. Anyway, 1st and 10. They hand it off. They go, whoa, he powers his way from the 47 past midfield to the other side to the 47-yard line, so 5 yards.
Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your
Jetstrike, be a good Sonic there. There's always a time and a place for everything, man.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
But I also realize that you're playing according to your character, so 2nd and 5, they fake the handoff, and a completion, and they get 10 yards and the 1st down and out of bounds to stop the clock at 2:05.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design.
I don't know. I mean, I will say this though: if Dragonheart was here, he probably would have accepted the fight. Well, in the chat, that is. They hand it off. Yeah, you gotta mix it up a little bit. You can't just run Elliott all the time, because eventually they're going to catch on to it, and they did.
And as a defensive end, getting off
all right,
the
now
ball
2nd and 10.
Swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends.
2nd and 10 at 37.
Straight for the quarterback.
Completion. And they get it to the 30, so 7 yards on that. 3rd and 3. Big conversion here.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
And another conversion. And they get it to the 25. And a 1st down. Well, Dallas is doing a great job in terms of sustaining this drive.
Another catch for him there on this drive.
And that's what they need to do.
It looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try to cover him before he gets going?
Play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott.
And whoa, nice jumping catch. And that could have been intercepted, but a great catch by Schultz. And they got it to the 14. That was a risky pass, but they got it. Anyway. Jet, number 1, he's not here. And 2, this is football, and you can be arrested if you start a fight in the parking lot. So use your head and remember different sports have different rules. Or rules, sorry. Anyway, they get it to the 9. Nice 5-yard run there. Yeet, I'm heading to sleep, so sorry. Not a problem. Not a problem, Mr. Joshua.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
But anyway, great to see you, Mr. Joshua, and thank you for gracing us with your presence. And also, I want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving, my friend. But yeah, have a nice sleep, my friend. No issues there.
From the 9, second and 5.
And then Wally's like, okay, Joshua. Anyway, 2nd and 5. They hand it off. And, well, that forward momentum was just enough to get to a 1st and goal at the 4.
Splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains, didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
Only way to get the lead here, of course.
1st and goal, this is huge. Can they take the lead right here?
Now
Prescott.
He'll go underneath here.
What? Well, whatever. I'm not sure why he went backwards, but at least he went forwards enough to get a touchdown. And they do score it, and Dallas takes the lead.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
Mm-hmm. That's a really good point because you got to
wish you guys early happy Thanksgiving. Don't eat too much.
That's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver.
Well, at least it was enough to get not a first down, a touchdown.
The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
So now the Cowboys lead, and we'll see if they go for the. Yeah, they're going to go for the extra point. They're not going to take any chances here. They should not. And it goes in thanks to Clinton. So Clinton is responsible for 5 points. A field goal worth 3, and 2 extra points. So he's got 5 points in their favor. To his credit, rather. But now there is 4 minutes and 30 seconds left, and we all know, Tom Brady, he only really needs 2 minutes, but 4 minutes and 30 seconds may be a lot. But if you're Dallas, the one thing you got to do is try to get a stop any way that you can. All right, so Joshua James takes it out.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And hello to Double C, Claire Carey. How you doing?
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half.
There's Brady right there. Here. So now Dallas with the huge task of trying to get to Brady.
A few better down a score.
All right, so 1st and 10.
Than Tom Brady. This is 1st and 10. To throw, it's Brady.
And, ooh, almost caused a interception, but it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
All right, so 2nd and 10 at the 24.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Brady. Oh, wait, they got him. Great stop there by Micah Parsons. And before Brady could get the throw off, and of course, Bruce Arians absolutely throwing a fit, and why would he not? Look at this. Before Brady could throw it, Parsons got to him.
I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops.
Great play there by Micah Parsons. That's going to force a 3rd and 16. Wait, Austin 3-16? No. Now, if you're Dallas, you cannot afford to give up a huge pass, but if you're Tampa Bay, obviously you need it. I really shouldn't even have to explain it. And, well, he gets the catch and the pass and goes out of bounds, but he's way too short.
They get only 4 that time as that
That's
leads
the
us to
second
a third
time
down.
that they do not get a third down conversion by going out of bounds well too
Here
short.
comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
All right, well, he gets the kick away, and they call fair catch at the 45. Not a bad choice there.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the
All
field.
right, so now if you're Dallas, you definitely would like to get a touchdown to really put this game far away. That even if Tom Brady scores a touchdown, by the time he does, it would be too late. So if you're Dallas, you would much rather get a touchdown at this point. So now it's up to Dak to finish the job. Can he do it? They get a pass off, and oh no, wait, we got a flag right now. What's the flag? A face mask against Tampa Bay against, who was it? Kevin Minter. Yeah, that's not a good penalty for Tampa Bay, because now that puts them at the 32. That puts them at the 32.
Next thing you know,
and now
another 15 against your squad.
Dallas with a big opportunity to really bust this game open here.
So now
but of course, we all know the worst thing you could do if you're Dallas is give up a big turnover. You got to take care of the ball. They get the first down. Does he get enough? Well, not a first down. They get a completion, but does he get enough for a first down? No. Second and inches.
These players nowadays, at that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And a completion. And then, oh wait, we got another flag. What's this? Well, you got it to Schultz, but who was this? Who's this against now? Another face mask against Tampa Bay, and this time it's Devin White who commits the penalty. And that's another terrible penalty because now that puts him at the 8. I mean, whether it be the Buccaneers or any other team for that matter, you cannot commit penalties like that. Because it doesn't matter if it's against Dallas or any other team. You just cannot commit penalties like that.
So now after
you just
the
can't.
Penalty,
you just
here's
really
first
cannot
and
do
goal.
that. Well, now it's at the 8. They fake the jet sweep, and Elliott gets by one guy, he gets by another, and he powers his way into a touchdown! Dallas! And that's his first rushing touchdown. And that's for Ezekiel Elliott, and that might just put the game away for good.
But that makes this a 2-score ball game, and you know the way this thing has been going,
The
Charles,
meat chicken
2 scores
warrior?
kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation.
Yeah, because that's you know, that was the one thing that the Bills could not stop. They couldn't stop that man, and apparently Tampa Bay couldn't stop him either. And here's another extra point for Clinton. And you can make that 6 points for Clinton. 3 extra points and a field goal.
Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
So now it's a 10-point lead. Well, even still, there's still time. And if you still have Brady, you still have a chance. But if you're Dallas, obviously you want to shut it down, or at the very least, try to make it very long. At least when I say long, I'm talking about taking up as much time off the clock as you could possibly take it, so that even if they do score a touchdown, by the time they do, it's over, if not close to it. So, yeah, Tampa Bay's going to need to make some big plays if they want to get back in it. And they'll have to start at the 23, so that's the worst start for them in terms of field position to begin.
So out come the Bucs now. Yeah, the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other.
And I kind of still find it weird that Dallas is wearing their blue uniforms while Tampa Bay's wearing their white ones. and at home, mind you. Although that could very well be the very thing that, you know, Tampa Bay did win a Super Bowl with their white uniforms, you know, against Patrick Mahomes in Super Bowl 55, so that might have something to do with it, but still. Anyway, Tampa Bay. And ooh, that could have been a completion, but it was well defended. I didn't see who defended it, but I'm not sure if it was any of the cornerbacks or if that was the free safety, Darius Helms, because let's not forget Darius Helms. That guy is fast. Yeah, because okay. See, the thing is, in years past, yeah, that is absolutely true. But the thing about it, Clinton, is that usually the team, in this case Tampa Bay, normally they'd wear their red colors, but I guess maybe because they want to jinx Dallas into wearing blue, I might see that, but I just, yeah, because Dallas is the reverse of other teams. But that was also the same thing, or the same way with things like, or with teams like the former, you know, Deadskins, and then and of course also the Eagles used to do it, and also the Dolphins used to do it. These were teams that wore white at home. So yeah, those were the teams that used to do that, and Dallas was kind of the last of those teams that did this.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first
All right.
and 10.
First and 10.
Brady. There's Evans again, complete. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackle.
All right, so second and 4. I will say this though, even though Dallas is giving up some yards, the more important thing is that they're trying to take out as much clock or time off the clock as possible. Yes, Clinton. Anyway, second and 4. Brady lobs it up, and nope, he does not find anybody, and it's the 2-minute warning. 24 and 14. Yep, there's Helms, and Cursed is also another factor as to the success of the secondary.
They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
And also, let's not forget MBN John too. And what? Intercepted!
And that should do it.
And who was that? That was Diggs. Great play there by Diggs.
Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air.
He was trying to get it past Diggs to get it to Miller, but Trevon Diggs read it perfectly, and that might just seal it.
Look at where the clock is in the game.
But that's the thing about Darius Helms. Even if you take him into account, you still have to take into account, you know, Trevon Diggs. That's the thing about Helms. He makes you fear him so much that you forget about the other guys, and Diggs was one of them.
For the Cowboys here as they come up first and 10.
So yeah, they add depth to that team. They hand it off. And now Tampa Bay will have to use their timeouts.
Now a timeout called for by the defense.
Anyway, there you see James Gamer, number 94. Sly Cooper, number 40. Yeah, great play there by Diggs, though. Yeah. They hand it off, and, well, not quite a first down, but...
Use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
All right, 3rd and 4. I mean, obviously a first down will more than put it away. And they, oh wait, we got a flag. What's this?
He may get a few more
And it's a
tackles for
face
good
mask.
measure.
That's the third one, darn it! And this time it's Vita Villa.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No,
And that's definitely going to put them in position at the 25. So,
from where we sit,
yeah.
it's actually frustration, not a good play.
I don't think Dallas is going to try to score a touchdown, but they will if they must. So, yeah.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
All right, 1st and 10, they run it.
It's Elliott.
And they get a whole lot more.
Down inside the
And they get it to the 12.
10.
Well,
The Bucs forced to use
the
their
Cowboys
third
got off
and
to a bad
final
start. In
timeout.
fact, they trailed
They'll
by
be
as many
disappointed to
as
have to burn one
13 to
there after
3.
giving up the
But
first
since
down.
then, Dallas has scored 21 unanswered points, including 3 touchdowns. So I will say this though, Dallas has proven that they can come back and win when it counts the most. So congratulations to them. And they're not going to run up the score. They have what they need, so they got it.
Zeke gonna get it on
And
the
they run it
option.
again,
And now they're inside
but
the
they
10 as he's
get
brought down
about
at the
4 yards
9.
on that one. 3rd and
4
8.
yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
They signed him,
Any
so
running
they
play that's
deserve it.
called, They're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball.
All right,
on
so
the
3rd
ground,
and 8.
or you can
Let's see
decide
what
to
they do.
throw the ball now because usually
Well, they're not
the
going to run
defense
up the
back
score.
on
They're
its
just going to
heels.
take it, and they do.
Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
4th and 9, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing.
And that's
theme.
it.
It was that close. And
So
then
Tampa Bay has
really
been
went into the
defeated
gallop and finished it strong.
as Clinton and the
I'm
Cowboys
glad
get
you
the job
posted
done.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I mean, with plays from Diggs as well as, Ezekiel Elliott. Not to mention the fact that Jordan Walker did a great job at center outside of one penalty. But also, let's not forget the defensive guys, that add the depth that they need. You have Gregory Blakely
So that's a wrap for Charles
at
Davis.
defensive
I'm Brandon
tackle,
Gaudin.
the man
And
in the
this has been a
middle
presentation of the NFL
on the
EA
defensive
Sports. For
line.
more, check
You
us
have
out at
the linebackers, the middle linebacker, the quarterback of the defense, MBN John, and a damn good one at that. And you have a guy who's quick
Have a
and
nice
nimble.
trip. I'll be home before you even take off.
And even though Tom Brady took him into account, Helms was so feared that Brady even forgot about Diggs. That's how much of an impact he made. Also, hey, what's up? Brian Happy Meal Hernsberger. Let's look through the stats really quickly. And let's not also forget that Clinton accounts for 6 of those points. Of course, Prescott had the better game despite giving up an interception, as did Brady, but he had 2 touchdowns. And he had a higher completion percentage and more yards, so that helps. And then let's also not overlook the fact that Ezekiel Elliott was a beast, and both him and Leonard Fournette each had a touchdown. Scotty Miller, he was the guy that got that touchdown reception to put it 7-3. But then Ezekiel Elliott had a receiving touchdown as well as a rushing one. So he pulled his best Marshall Faulk performance tonight. CeeDee Lamb got a touchdown. And then Joshua James had 1 reception. The Cowboys in real life beat the Vikings. That's huge because especially for those in the North, they're trying to catch up to the Vikings, and then for the Cowboys, they're trying to stay afloat, especially with the teams like the Giants and Eagles ahead of him in their division. Blocking, and as for blocking, unfortunately, RS allowed a sack, and then as did Tyron Smith. And then a positive stat goes to Zach Martin, as he has a pancake block. For those who don't know, a pancake block is when you block a guy so effectively that the guy that you're blocking ends up on his back. And that's a positive stat, like I said. That's something you want, is a pancake block. And also, hello to Tenu. I'll just call you Tenu. What's up, Tenu? Great to see you, man. Defensive stats. Leighton Vander Esch had that tackle for loss when he tackled Fournette. And then, back to quarterback sacks. Let's look for that. Levante David had the most tackles with 9. And hello to Totally Sonic. Favorite sport, obviously, is football currently. But yeah, hello, Totally Sonic. Wait, Jet Strike, is that you? Anyway, Micah Parsons has a sack. Randy Gregory has a sack. Jason Pierre-Paul has a sack. And Gregory Blakely has a tackle. Oh, but it was Trevon Diggs who had an interception along with 15 interception yards. So that's also good, too. But here's another one. Clinton Flip. Nah, this ain't Jet Strike. Okay, cool. Do you play soccer ball? I used to when I was a kid. I will say that. Yeah, 1 field goal made and 3 extra points made. So yeah, 6 points for Clinton. I'm a different guy. Jet Strike sent the link in the Discord. Nice. Okay, so yeah, Totally Sonic. All right. Okay. And I think and then unfortunately for MSW, and then for MSW he had 2 punts. But a positive stat is that Clinton did not have to punt. That's actually a good thing, is when you don't have to punt. So great job there by Dallas to never have punted. Again, the only thing they did wrong was give up an interception that led to what was at the time a 14-3 lead for the Buccaneers. But, of course, again, Dallas rattled off 21 straight points to win. So congratulations, though. I don't even like basketball. Well, I mean, I like basketball. I just don't like it as much as, say, football. But that's just me, though. Nice stream, bro. Oh, well, thank you. All right, well, up next. So we now know that the Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl, but which team is going to make it with them? It's either going to be the Arizona Cardinals or the Green Bay Packers. So let's get right into that. Okay. No, not a problem, dude. Not a problem, man. You hate football. Well, then you don't need to watch. But if you want to speak with me, you can. But I mean, I respect your opinion either way. But nonetheless, though, let me just let some of the guys know. Now, this would be a good time to go get snacks and stuff like that. So, the Cardinals at the Packers. So that's what it's going to be. Totally Sonic loves football. Well, hey, you win some, you lose some. I'm going to say that. All right. Let me just let a few people know. Let me just let Brandon and sorry if I'm not talking very much. I'm just trying to preserve my voice, but also to let those in this game know that they are up next. Okay. Let me get started here. Let me see who's in the chat though. All right. RST. Oh, let me catch up on the Torn. Torn here because I do not want to face Rogers. Oh. Okay. Well, it's either going to be him or it's going to be the Arizona Cardinals and Kyler Murray. Anyway. By the way, do you have a cat or a dog or a cat? I used to have a cat actually, but unfortunately he ran away and I never found him. Did I win? Um, your team was winning 14-3, but then the Dallas Cowboys scored 21 points straight, and your team ended up losing. Though nothing, but it wasn't because of you. It was just because the Cowboys were just that good. So I'm gonna show you that right now. I like Randy Orton. I'm not the biggest fan of him, but I definitely love the memes. But that's about it, though. So, anyway, let's get into the game, and then I'll uh, contact the remainder of the competitors in this show. Let me do that right now. So the team that wins will face off against the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. Okay. And we'll go with 6:30. Clear. Your grandma's dog ran away. I miss her. Aw. Yeah, I'm serious. That's terrible, man. Okay, let me get the others like Shadow Knight and some of the other dudes here.
Tonight, from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers taking on Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
All right, it's nighttime.
This community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold
It's Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and you know what that means. A trip to the Super Bowl on the line. And as a matter of fact, Aaron Rodgers hasn't won the Super Bowl since the first Madden season. He has been to one Super Bowl prior, but he lost that one since the first one. There you see Shifty the Clown, the largest tight end in the league. All right, let me catch up on the chat here. Oh, oh, okay. I've never seen this channel before. I support. Oh, well, thank you. I mean, I appreciate the fact that you did that. You didn't have to, but I appreciate it. Anyway, they get it to the 21-yard line, and that's where they're going to start, is Green Bay. So I may as well mention the players for each team. Of course, it starts with Aaron Rodgers, and of course this was back when he was still good, but obviously we all know that he's washed up now. But get a good look at him, because you might not even see him by the time we get to Madden 24. But for the Packers, they have guys on offense, the likes of Biological at center, left guard, Beetleborgs, and the tight end, Shifty the Clown, on offense. I'll go into the remaining players as we go to the next play. But the completion, and they get 7 yards on that one, and wait a minute. And there's another player, but for Arizona, and that was Brandon Cuevas, and this is not good if you're Brandon. And as a matter of fact, Brandon got hurt. That's the last thing you want to do. That's the last thing you want if you're Arizona, is for one of your top players to be hurt, and that happens to be Brandon Cuevas. And for the Cardinals on defense, they had Brandon Cuevas, and now they are down to Shadow Knight, and, well, Shadow Knight, the defensive tackle, and the cornerback, Adrian Chambly. But hopefully Brandon can snap out of it. I wonder if Clinton can give him something. But in the meantime, a rush by Jones, and he gets the first down. Okay, let me let Blaze Point know.
This is one of the better runners in the NFL, and all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers gonna throw.
And Rodgers gets the completion to who else? Shifty the Clown.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard
I mean, Clinton,
line.
correct me if I'm wrong, but you wouldn't be too upset if, say, Shifty wins a championship. But I mean, of course, the fact that Shifty, or not Shifty, but Green Bay could win its way into the Super Bowl, and the fact that you might have to face him, you might not like that very much. But I know that you do like Shifty as a person. So.
Him to just 4, 2nd down.
But
that's a good
anyway.
job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They hand it off, and I will say this, though. Green Bay's doing a good job with sustaining drives, and now a 3rd and 3. If you're Arizona, you would like to get this stop right here.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down.
They hand it off, and this time stopped. They stop him cold.
As he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Tough sledding.
And as a result, that's gonna be a stop for Arizona.
Yeah, we know. You know better than
All
I.
right, now let me get Biological and those guys. Let me check the chat really quickly. I need to complete the cycle. I like the Packers, like Shifty. Rodgers, not so much.
It's nothing but room to run.
On 4th down, on
all right, so 4th and 3.
Deep for the Cardinals, Christian
and
Kirk.
Also the punter / kicker is Drum Monkey. I forgot to mention that. Although he pins him at the 13, so that's a great punt there by Drum Monkey. Now for the Cardinals. Oh, well, thank you so much. You know what? Let me check out your channel. Hold on. I always check out some channels that. Let me see. The Goofies?
But now we're seeing his mind come into the game. Reed's defense is better and better each and every week, and is showing patience as a passer as well. Not as eager to exit the pocket, finding guys downfield for bigger plays.
Okay.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Throwing to start the drive.
Anyway,
Murray.
an incompletion and 2nd and 10 at 13.
And it's 2nd down.
Well, the gap man coverage on the outside,
I get bored of
and the
YouTube
scouting report on these
sometimes.
DBs
Well,
tells me
I don't
that
really
they
post
love to
stuff.
take
Oh,
matters in
okay.
their own hands.
Well, if you ever
They want
decide to
man
do it,
coverage,
just let me,
not
you know.
zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
I subscribe to you in case you decide to do it. So anyway, do I? No, I do not hate Braun Strowman. I mean, I don't like him, but I also don't hate him. So it's like, you know, it's like I don't hate him so much that I wish bad things upon him, but I don't really like him all that much. So there you go. Anyway, Murray
on the move to his left.
gets a running lane, but he does not get far. In fact, he only gets 2 yards on that.
And now it's 3rd down.
And unfortunately, and there you see Cuevas. Hopefully we can see him back in, number 54. Also, hey, what's up, Zach Walker? Dude, you missed your game. You missed the previous game. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but if you want to look back, you can see it. But anyway, not as often. Oh, wait. Anyway, not as often as I once did, Tenu. I mean, I will be honest, the CM Punk thing really ruined it for me. But I'll give him another chance, but I'm also giving WWE a chance. Anyway, oh, he gets away from a couple of guys, but unfortunately he only gets 1 yard on that one. Actually, he got sent back a yard, actually. Anyway, Cowboys keep win. Wait, so you saw the... So did you see the results, or do you know if they won? It was 24-14. Yeah, it was 24-14. Yeah, that is true. TYSM for subbing to Ju22. What is TYSM? Well, unfortunately for Arizona, they really did not get anything going, and as a result, currently right now, Green Bay still has the field position in their favor. Okay, so you did see it. All right. Favorite match at WrestleMania? Oh gosh, out of all the matches, I would say.
Leverage guys, win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down, and guess what? You start accumulating.
I would probably say.
Not punt the ball again.
Out of all the matches I enjoyed, I would say Stone Cold versus Bret Hart at WrestleMania 13. If I had to pick one match, it's that. And Green Bay gets a 1st down. Yeah, I play Smash Brothers. Maybe not as often as I once did. If mainly for the fact that I don't have as much free time like I once did. You know, I have to pay bills and adult. You know, I have to go to work. Like any responsible adult has to. You know, don't get me wrong. I wish I had as much free time as I once did, but I don't. Anyway. But I do. I do play it every now and then. I still. In fact, that is one of the games I have on my rotation, and they go for a jet sweep, but they only manage to get 2 yards on that, or actually less than 2 yards. But now it's 2nd and 9. Anyway, did someone say Sonic? Anyway, okay, so Zach knows that he won. So yeah, you're going to you're not going to the finals. You're going to the Super Bowl. Huh?
On 2nd down, it's Jones.
Anyway, nice stop there by. I didn't see who tackled him, but it was Jones who ran it. So now that's going to be a 3rd and 7.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there.
Oh, a big fan of the blue blur. All right, 3rd and 7, big possession for both teams. One to stop, one to continue.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
And they do continue, and right down the middle with a 20-yard bullet to Valdez Scantling.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there.
Great
Nice
catch there
in-breaking
and
route
great
and
reception
took
for
it
20
really to the middle of
yards.
the field, and he was able to get
My
behind
God,
the
there are 2
linebackers
Sonics
and
now.
grab the completion for a really good pickup.
And they don't get the snap out.
No score after one
Oh yeah, let me
on EA
invite the
Sports.
other Green Bay Packers. What am I doing? I almost forgot. Shoot. Okay. Oh yeah, biological. What am I doing? So I almost forgot to invite the other guy, so let me do that right now.
Rodgers now on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Okay. Who else? Oh yeah, that's right. Joker
So after the
and
incompletion
Drum
on
Monkey
first, now 2nd and 10.
and Shifty.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the
And
wrong
then
place.
let me get
But you're
Joker
right about
and
that one. He correctly figured
the
that
Drum
one
Monkey.
out and made a really nice play.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Now Rodgers.
And Rodgers another completion, and he gets a first down.
And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try
Incredible
to finish
throw.
off this drive with 6 points.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick
then
out
finally
of watching
Joker.
quarterbacks and
We get
receivers do
him.
the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
So 1st and goal from the 9-yard line.
All right,
Throwing
got
now
him.
is Rodgers.
All right, now Rodgers looking for somebody to throw to. He decides to run. He gives it up,
Caught at about the 6.
and he only gets
And
4
from the
yards on
9,
that
they get
throw,
this to the
but
5-yard
it's
line.
now 2nd and goal
Cool
at the
under
5.
pressure right there, escaping
Okay.
the pocket and finding what I think
Now
was
let me
not his
catch up on the
primary
chat
target.
here.
And some of these guys
I will
are
disable.
just so
Hey,
comfortable
don't say that.
getting
Totally
outside of
Sonic.
the pocket that they'll do it on
me see.
purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown.
Oh, yeah, let me
Just
catch up on
they
the-
move, and they know
on
it
the
affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost.
Yes,
in
two
coverage in the
two
secondary.
Sonics in the
I think
chat.
you're
Funny,
exactly
lol.
They'll take this into the
I've been
end
Sonic
zone
ever
for
since
a
I started
Green Bay
making Sonic
touchdown.
VR videos. No, I do not have Roblox.
A 5-yard
Even then, my Sonic
touchdown
voice was a running
run
joke
as
between
his guys are on
my
the
friends
board
before
first
that.
here tonight. A strong,
Sonic is
determined
better
run
than
there,
Mario.
Charles, to get in for
Seems
6 points.
like both teams
This
do
is
not want to
why
play.
It's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost
Clinton
trite,
isn't
but the blocks are
JK.
made up front,
I am
offensive
everywhere.
line, collective
Mega
victory,
Man 4 is better than
line of
Mega Man,
scrimmage,
or Mega Man
and
X4
downfield,
is better than
and how about
Mega
the
Man
finish to
X2.
the run, all the way
You're
into
doing
the
your
end
job
zone.
as a center this year. Yes, indeed. Other than the fact that you committed 1 penalty, you did pretty well. Anyway, touchdown Green Bay, and they take the lead 6-0 with an extra point upcoming. And of course, Drum Monkey is going to kick in the extra point, and it's successful. 7-0 Green Bay.
A good drive that time has
That
had
is
9 plays
that
in
is
all.
heartless.
And it was A.J.
Yeah, I will say
Dillon
though.
who capped it off with a touchdown run.
I must like all your vids. Well, you don't have to. Oh, the part where you said I will disable your body parts, and you just, I'm like, why would you say that? The part where you said I will disable your body parts, like, really? Yeah, that. I guess you must have meant it as a joke though. I will disable all via console commands. Lol.
Now after the
I take it that
touchdown,
must have been a
here's
joke,
Crosby
so.
to kick it away.
Because I can think of much worse than that.
Take it in at the 3.
And, oh,
He'll
nice,
take it up past the 25
nice return
to the
there by
26-yard
Arizona. Well,
line.
now it's up to Arizona to respond. I mean, each team had a stop,
So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here
but
for
now
their
it's up to
second drive of
Arizona
the game.
to
And the last
respond.
drive, their first drive, 3 and out.
Oh, a Skyrim
What
joke.
changes
See, I didn't
here,
know
if
that.
anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you
Really,
trust
Jet?
the most with
You
the
don't
ball,
remember
the
me
biggest
now?
playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things
And then-
moving.
So get into the horses.
Without a doubt.
Hi,
They're
Patty.
the ones that typically
I game on
end up in the
PC.
end zone.
But yeah, I didn't realize it was a Skyrim
Murray
joke, so
and
I
the
wouldn't have known
Cardinals
that.
with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll fake it
They
to
faked the
Carter.
handoff.
Now Murray.
And
His throw,
an
a big
incompletion.
lead as he couldn't reach back for it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example. Another
I disable
incompletion.
racist Julfric with commands all the time. Is he a character in the game?
After the incomplete pass here now is
Again, I'm not that
2nd and
familiar with
10.
Skyrim. But that usually breaks the game.
Out of the gun, here's Murray.
And, well, fumble!
Loose fumble.
Well, Arizona recovered the fumble, but that puts them back. And, of course, the guy that recovered the fumble was Jacob Baker. Great play by on his part, but
As well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
great play there by Jacob Baker. He tried to make a play with it, but
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
well, now this is huge. They need this 3rd down conversion, and obviously, if you're Green Bay, you got to try to stop it.
Throw is Murray.
They get the completion, but he gets forced out of bounds. They only managed to get 5 yards on that, and that's going to be 4th and 10. Green Bay just all over them right now.
This one pretty simple. Rocked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran?
Yeah, just bad move all around. Like, you got to throw forward. You cannot do a side to side unless you have, blockers in front. That's not going to work. That will not work though. Anyway, one time my sis lied about seeing my grandma's lost dog. I was sad because she lies. Yeah, that's terrible. Anyway, kicks it away, and he'll return it. And they get to the 39. Great field position again for Green Bay. It should have been me in the Super Bowl. Yes.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think
But,
about, hey, are we gonna
I
milk
mean,
the
I
clock
get
here? We
that
just gotta
Jamar
do
has the
ball
passion,
control.
and you can never
This
get
is the
that.
NFL. 7-0
Guys, it's
leads,
the
they
real
don't
to
last
June
very long
22.
unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Rodgers will bring
Since
it
when-
back up
since
with a
when was I
1st
never
and 10
real?
At the 39-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll
Anyway,
work
they get
this
a rush,
forward
but
for
they
about
managed to only
3,
get
2nd
3
down.
yards on that. 2nd and 7.
Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to
Sonic
bottle
versus
him up at
Mario in
different
War
levels, so to
Games.
speak, is what you said.
It's
What
a
have you
joke,
seen
my
so
guy.
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this,
Oh yeah, and as for the offensive players for Arizona, they have a right offensive tackle in Blaise McCoy and a left guard in Jacob Baker.
He released that awkwardly.
And
It
as
almost
for the
looked like
defensive
a
player,
pitcher who
or the
gripped
one
his
defensive
fastball
player
too
that
hard and let it
the
go
Packers
late and
have,
bounce
they
in front
have
of the plate.
a right defensive end
not 60 feet 6 inches,
in
just a little
Brooklyn
short with
Joker.
the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups.
I forgot to
He's
mention
got a
that
big, strong
little tidbit
arm when he
there.
delivers it with
Be careful with
confidence.
all the caps. And, oh,
That's
okay, so
incomplete,
what's the
but
flag
that
for?
is
Let's
a
see.
flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
And that was a hold. And that was against Lucas Patrick,
So instead
and
of giving them
that
another 3rd
might
down, they'll
very
decline
well,
it
yeah,
brings
and
up
they're not
4th.
going to, and they're going to,
Smart football
I
right
can't even
there.
talk.
You don't even have
They
to
will
really
decline
spend
the
a lot of
penalty
time
rather than
considering
accept it,
Just know that you're probably going to get
so
the
that
ball
it's
back.
4th down,
Good
and
job
that will
declining
force
that penalty.
Green Bay to punt away. Anyway,
On now is the Packers
I believe
punter,
all I
as
can
he's
play is
on to
VR
kick
chat
it
with my
away.
VR. Mario, Luigi, TJ, Yoshihana, and a mystery partner against Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, Metal Sonic, and a mystery partner. That would be cool, though. I'm not going to lie. Though that's something that it's more likely to happen in Fire Pro. Of course, it would just be 4-on-4, and plus it would be at the same time. It wouldn't be in increments like the real thing. Now, if they include that in the next, 2K WWE 2K game, then sure, I'll get that game.
This one complete to Christian Kirk.
And they get a completion, and they get it to the 27. So great play there by Kyler Murray.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0
All right,
points.
so back to the game, though.
Making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you
First
know
and
can
10.
work and finally getting it done.
The completion and a first down.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I've seen some footage of it. It's okay, but it just doesn't blow me away. And and plus, this is something that really, had they came out with it about a year or so early, and it was polished, I probably would have been more excited for it. But unfortunately, it may be a year and a half too late, really. Not a problem, Wally. I'll see you next time, my friend. Nice play there by Arizona, indeed. And a timeout taken.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Shotgun now for Murray.
And another incompletion. Just out of sync as far as Murray is concerned.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback.
Because it only happened for advertising Mario and Sonic.
And you need to put some heat on it. It helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
All right, 3rd and 4. Big conversion here. He gets a throw off and a completion. Oh, well, his momentum caused him to step out of bounds, but it does stop the clock, so no harm, no foul at the 31. Great play by Kyler Murray. Bowser's full wee. Yes, he is furry, especially when he's a cat. Solid against the pass, but bad against the run. Yeah, that was just a great pass, though, by Murray, and a great catch, and just being there at that point. 1st and 10 at the 31. A completion, and they get to they get 10 yards out of that, and a timeout used up. Just why? All right, so 2nd and 1. There you see Joker, number 92.
Now Murray again.
The completion. And they get it to Ertz. Now, they got to manage the time.
But with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time.
All right, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 18. Now Murray.
Murray, a completion. Now the question is, are they going to call timeout? They will, with 16 seconds left.
The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage.
All right, 2nd and 1 at the 9. 16 seconds left.
Here's Murray.
Murray gets it.
Could he get his feet down?
No, he did not. I thought for a moment he had it. I thought he had it, but he stepped out of bounds. However, the clock stopped, and it's now 3rd and 1. Oh my goodness! I thought for a moment he had it, but it wasn't. That was just a great throw. 3rd and 1 though.
Again, they'll throw with Murray.
Murray makes a run for it.
Flush to his right.
Oh no, we got a flag now. Did he throw it? Did he throw it out of the line of scrimmage, or let's see what happened here. That was an illegal forward pass. That was, yeah.
Could have been a game-tying touchdown. He'll have to hold on that at least.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt.
Like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
So they won't get a touchdown.
Well, now they're gonna have to settle for the field goal.
To end the first half.
And it is good, so it's now a 7-3 game. But man,
it's 7-3.
But that second to last pass, that was just a good play. But unfortunately, they just so close and yet so far. I mean, but then again, it kind of describes the Arizona Cardinals franchise.
Wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the.
I mean, their best team, without a doubt, was the 1947 championship team. The 1947 Chicago Cardinals championship team. Or was it 42? I forget. I just know that it was in the 40s. I know that. All right, so 1st and 10 at the 25 with 3 seconds left and possibly the final play of the half.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room.
Although they're just going to take the knee and go to the locker room with the lead, so that's what they'll do. All right, so at the end of the half, it is 7-3 Green Bay.
As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everybody to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. This field.
All right, they run it back. All right, so the Cardinals will start with the.
He's able to get this across the 20, but not by much.
They'll start with the ball to begin the second half. So now this gives them a chance to either cut into the lead some more or take the lead on a touchdown.
It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, putting some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
Murray now on first down.
And whoa! I've never seen that happen before, where a guy almost is about to catch it and then is tackled really hard and it jars the ball out of their hand. I've never seen that happen before. Well, that causes an incompletion, and it's 2nd and 10. But yeah, just great play there by Green Bay with their tackling. They hand it off. And they get a 5-yard run by James Conner. 3rd and 5.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Throwing now is Murray.
And Murray gets by one guy. He gets a first down and a whole lot more.
And he'll be taken down.
And he gets it past midfield to the 47. What a run by Kyler Murray.
That definitely hurts because the mindset is getting
And-
you 3 and out
And
there,
nobody
they
put a
get it
spy
done.
on
They
him,
give up
and
the scramble,
he just ran off to the races there. And nice tackle there by Amos, but man, what a run there by Kyler Murray.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10.
All
at
right,
the
so
47.
1st and 10 at the 47.
Murray now.
They get the completion to, who's that? Oh, Zach Ertz. Great
7
catch
yards
there
to
by
pick
Zach
up
Ertz.
there. That's a staple.
7 yards.
Offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second down and 3.
All right, 2nd and 3.
To throw, it's Murray.
Murray's going to run.
He'll buy some time right.
Gets the first down. And fumble!
Lost the football.
Oh, but recovered by Arizona, and they get a couple more yards, but wow, that was close. That could have been a huge play for
We talk a lot about
Green
setting the
Bay,
tone to
but
start
instead,
the game. Well, you wanna start
Arizona
the tone
manages
right
to
in the
hold
third
on
quarter as well,
and
really lost the football
still
there
get
in
that
the
first
drive.
And
first down,
sometimes
though.
we overdo it when we talk
And
about
who was that
halftime
who recovered it?
adjustments and what teams are
Number,
going to do. Most
well,
of the
number
time it's just a
74,
matter
but
of
I didn't see the name.
executing
Who
the
was
game
that?
plan you brought in.
That was Humphreys. Great recovery there by Humphreys, being in the right place
They're fortunate to retain
at the right time,
possession.
though. I'm a lead dog. Oh, not a problem, man.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the
But
game.
thank
They're
you
on
for
the move.
stopping
1st
by
and
and
10.
you know, and chatting with me. I mean, it's always a
Here's
pleasure.
Murray as he sets to throw.
Murray
Being
takes
chased
off,
out left. And he's taken
but he doesn't
down
get very
after a
far.
gain
In
of
fact, he
3
only
as
gets
they move it
3
from
yards on that.
22 to the
2nd
19.
and 7.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
I will
Murray
remember
giving
it
to
forever.
Connor on
Oh,
the
that's
draw.
sweet. And a run and a touchdown.
For the
Arizona.
touchdown.
A run by Connor, and the
19
Cardinals
yards
take
for
the
James
lead,
Conner.
9-7, with an extra point upcoming. But
lead.
great run by Connor.
That being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the
Just a
formula.
great play.
Expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
I mean, I would have to think that,
Now Matt
you know,
Prater's
Blaze
going after.
and Jacob Baker made running lanes for, you know, Connor. You have to think that they did their job along with the rest of the offensive line. And now Arizona leads 10-7, but there's still enough time, more than enough time for Green Bay to get back in this, so it's far from over.
After the touchdown, out is Prater
All right.
to kick.
Kicks it away. He'll take it out.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they'll be working from behind now following a touchdown a moment ago
Excuse
on
me.
the opening drive of the half.
All right, so
The guys
they will
right
start
now, as
at the
they go out on
26.
offense, they're zeroing in on
1st
one
and
big
10.
key. They don't have
with
to do
2
anything
minutes and 20
differently
seconds
just
left
because
in the
they're
third.
down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing to start the drive.
And Rodgers, completion.
An open man, it's Valdez-Scantling.
And they get it to the 40 and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that.
I mean, of course, let's not forget that this is the Aaron Rodgers that was good. Of course, nowadays we all know how washed up he is. I mean, and the fact that his team lost to, of all teams, the Lions. And it's kind of funny because the Lions have since won 3 straight. I'm like, how does that happen? Anyway, you cannot run zone against Rodgers. Yeah, most especially against a prime Rodgers. Absolutely not. And yet, he's picking them apart right now. Anyway, great catch there. And of course, this was back when he still had Devontae Adams and Valdez-Scantling.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter. Now a first down carry by Jones.
And Jones only manages to get 1 yard out of that. So good stop there by Hicks. And a 2nd and 9. Great recognition there by Arizona to only limit it to a yard.
Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
All right, so 2nd and 9.
They
hand it off. And got 5 yards? No, 4 yards. 3rd and 6.
Now they struggled to get him rolling on the ground.
And it looks like Cuevas is back on the field, and that has to be a good morale booster, I would have to think.
Keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
As he's a vital piece of their team.
Working from the gun, Rodgers.
And another completion.
Mercedes Lewis with a grab. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there. And
of course, Cuevas was one of the guys that took down Lewis.
But as you said, they picked it up.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead 3rd quarter.
And another completion.
And he's gonna get it.
They get it to the 14th, and uh-oh, what happened here?
Now after the completion,
Patrick's hurt.
Timeout, an injured player.
Anyway, not many weapons after Adams. Anyway, good catch there by Adams, but what happened there? Well, it looks like one of the players for Green Bay, I believe it was Patrick. Yeah, not a good loss to have.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages,
especially at this
in
point
NFL,
in the game.
no
I mean,
doubt.
you know, for Brandon to get injured, it happened relatively early in the game. But at this point, well, they're doing just fine as Shifty, the drunken dragon clown, gets his first ever touchdown as, or actually no, I believe that's his 2nd touchdown, but still, his first of the game, and that will put Green Bay up 13-10 with an extra point to come. You were saying about not many weapons?
They go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Now Crosby for the point after.
And a kick by Drum Monkey, and 2 extra points for him.
So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a Packers touchdown.
Who else besides Shifty? Valdez Scantling. But even then, that is a big part of, Packers' problems in real life. Yeah, that is true. That is absolutely true. Not to mention the fact that Rodgers is absolutely playing like dog shit. I mean, defense is still pretty solid. Let's not beat around the bush, but when you have a great defense and it's held back by its anemic offense, although that definitely does remind me of the Broncos too. Although, yeah, of course he hasn't. He's a good complementary piece, but he's not like a big time difference maker. Not like Zach Ertz is really. Most especially when he was in Philadelphia, for the 2017 Eagles. All right, 1st and 10 at the 23. Now Arizona needing to score a touchdown to regain the lead. And he gets by one guy and gets a first down and forced out of bounds. Great run, or great reception rather, by Connor.
The fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback.
So it might very well just come down to which team has the ball last. At the rate these guys are going. Because they started out slow and now they're starting to pick it up. Offensively, at least.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39.
Looking to throw.
And, well, he got caught, and it was by Barnes. Great play there by Barnes. Cuevas just cannot believe it. But yeah, nobody picked him up, and Barnes just... Actually, nobody picked up Gary either, but Barnes got to him.
And run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
That was just a good blitz there. Now 2nd and 17. Big play here for both teams, but most especially for Arizona.
Now a draw play. This is Connor.
And they really do not get very much. In fact, I don't even think they got much after that.
A 3rd and long situation coming up. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince
3rd and 17. If they can make this, then they stay alive. They get the completion. And, oh, just short of a first down by 1 measly yard. Oh, my goodness. I mean, if that doesn't describe, the Cardinals in a nutshell, in terms of a franchise, I don't know what does. Common consensus says that they should go for it. The question is, will they go for it? That's another question. They are going to go for it. They're going for it, and they need to. But can they get it? They got it. Wow. Big risk, but they got it. 1st and 10 at the 44. AJ Green.
4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter.
Oh, that was huge for Green Bay, because if they get that stop, then there's a good chance that this game is over. But instead, Arizona continues. All right, 1st and 10, 44. They get the completion and forced out of bounds at the 34. And it's 2nd and inches.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some.
2nd and inches.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many
Let's see if they run it or nope. They're going to pass it. And they get the completion. I mean, I'll tell you one thing. Ertz is showing us why he is the man. But you also have to give credit to, Clinton. You got to give credit to, Blaze McCoy at right offensive tackle and Jacob Baker at left guard. Those guys are holding it for Kyler Murray.
Throwing again, Murray.
Murray, the completion, and forced out of bounds.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this
They get 6 yards on that one
It'll go down as a
at the
gain of
22.
6, and it'll make it a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space.
2nd and
It
4.
turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that was not a good throw. I'm sorry. That was not a good throw. Now 3rd and 4.
That time, and it's 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
This a big play for both
3rd and
sides.
4.
What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
They need this.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks
And
to
they
throw.
get a completion.
And he finds his tight end.
The only
It's
reason I
Ertz.
prefer Cardinals
And
is
he's gonna
because they
have
would
a
not be as
Cardinals
difficult to
first
beat.
down as they're able to get the third
Yeah,
down
that may be
conversion.
true.
Tell you
But
what,
the
he's
last
been able
time
to put
that
the ball in some
Green
tight
Bay
spots
and
all
Dallas
game long,
were
that
in the
throws
Super
different.
Bowl,
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw.
Dallas
He looks
beat
at it
Green
as,
Bay.
I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
All right, 1st and 10 at the 12.
Back to throw again.
And a completion and a touchdown.
Cardinals.
Arizona.
Murray able to
And who'd he
connect
get it to?
Christian
Christian Kirk.
And the Cardinals
And
have
Arizona
once
takes the
again
lead,
taken the
16-14 with an extra point to go with 2 minutes and 2 seconds left. What a play.
Yeah, they just
The
gave up
Cardinals take the
touchdown at
lead.
other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead.
All right, big
to a
extra
field goal.
point here.
He's got
They got
and
it.
this
So
is
now it's
indeed to a
17-14.
3-point lead. A pretty long drive
But
that
just
time. 11
great
plays
play.
all told. And it winds up in a touchdown for
And
Arizona.
that was an error on the graphics. It wasn't a turnover on downs. It was a touchdown. But that was a gutsy call because if they don't go for it and they settle for punting, yeah, they don't end up in this position right now. In fact, Green Bay could just run out the clock and it'd be over. But instead, they take the lead by 3. But now, if you're Arizona, the last thing you want to do is give up a huge play, especially on the
After
kickoff.
Touchdown out is Prater to kick. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good
2-minute
one.
warning.
About 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind.
And Rodgers gets a big pass, and oh, we got a flag. He gets a completion, though. And that's a face mask penalty, and that's a terrible penalty, and it was against my boy, Adrian Chambly, because now that puts him at the 43. Oh, that's not a good penalty. It's bad enough to give up a big play like that, but now you give up even more yardage because now they're at least closing in on field goal range. Just cannot do that. And Green Bay still has all 3 timeouts and a minute 54 seconds left to go.
To throw is Rodgers.
And then, oh, well, I'm not sure what Rodgers was throwing it to, but whatever he was doing, he missed it, and it was popped in the air, and that could have been intercepted. But it results in an incompletion and a loss of a down.
The entire evening ought to have shirts that have their names on them in the front.
Hey! Hiya, Crushing Kelly. Also, I may as well ask something as far as Crushing Kelly's concerned. Crushing Kelly, are you doing Feeding Frenzy on Monday and Wednesday, given the fact that it's going to be on, Thanksgiving week? I'll let you answer that, though. Hey, Kelly. Hiya, Clinton. And then Patty says, hi, Kelly. And then, Jones got taken down. But it results in a 4th and 9, though. So it's a big decision here. They're at the 42. Do they go for it? Or do they kick the field goal? They're going to go for it. Oh, man. Well, let's see if they get it. Rodgers. He got it, but is it enough for a first down, though? He got it to Shifty. They're going to give it to him. 1st and 10. That's a huge play. Great reception there by Shifty the Clown. Anyway, yes, I am. Got to keep my schedule. Plus, I'm using a show and arena. Crimson Ninja made a memorial to JDF. Oh, Jason David Frank. Yes, I heard about that. And Kelly, what do you personally think about what happened with Spot Mike Challenge? Well, unfortunately, they didn't get it challenged. Did Arizona? They should have, but yeah, they didn't. Well, now it's 2nd and 2. Rodgers completed, and now they got it to the 16. It's like a stab to the heart. My favorite Power Ranger ever. Aww. You know what? Gregory, a.k.a., Dragonheart, he says that it pains him. It really does. So they call the timeout with 31 seconds left. Does Green Bay. I have a feeling that Crushing Kelly has somewhat mixed emotions about the Green Bay Packers, given that she's not on the team, but I don't know. We'll find out what Kelly says about it. A completion, and nobody picked him up, and a touchdown, Green Bay. Nobody covered the middle, and Jones got the job done, and Green Bay regains the lead.
Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score. Although
good luck to Green Bay. Well, so you can't count your chickens before I guess you must have been Lady Luck because they needed it.
We're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Extra point try now for Crosby. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
And it's good, so a field goal will not do it. They got to get a touchdown there. Does Arizona, but
here in the final minute of the contest.
Well, now we'll find out if Arizona can make a play. If they can go down the field with 26 seconds left. But Green Bay got the lead. Now it's up to the defense to get the stop.
Now after the touchdown, here's
Clinton's like, damn.
To kick it away. From the 6.
And they get it to the 25. All right, so they're going to start at the 25, and
Down 21-17.
And Arizona's going to need a miracle, so they might need Hail Murray again. He did it once before against the Bills in the 2020 season. I can't talk, but who knows? He could do it again, and if he does, they'll need it. So you got to go down the field. And I have to think that the defense is going to know that. Well, he gets by one guy, and he gets down short of a first down, and they use a timeout. That's their first timeout with 15 seconds left.
15 seconds to play in the ball game. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw is Murray.
Murray goes all the way down, and an incompletion.
That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
3rd and 5.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. Back to throw.
Murray. And Murray gets taken down and another timeout used. Now it all comes down to this. A 4th and 9 at the 26-yard line with 5 seconds left.
To hope for that miracle and get him in the end zone.
So potential final play of the game. Murray. And fumbled. And that's it. They're going to get the fumble and end off the game. Congratulations to the Green Bay Packers, as it will be a rematch of a prior Super Bowl 3 seasons earlier in season 9, and that was Green Bay and Dallas. So it's the rematch.
Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished.
Yeah, great play, and just got to give it up to the Packers. They did what they needed to do, and Shifty had a huge play, especially converting that 4th down conversion. They don't get that. There's a good chance that the Cardinals win the game. But this was a great game. In fact, a much closer game than the game before that one. I mean, it was back and forth, but in the end, Green Bay got the job done.
All the hard-working men and women on our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from
So yeah,
Lambeau.
the rematch is upon us, folks. Let's look at the stats to end off. Both guys ended up over 100, but it was Rodgers that had the better game overall, with more yards and a slightly higher completion percentage. Both guys did not throw an interception, but Rodgers had 2 touchdowns. And then for rushing, you had Aaron Jones with 30 yards, but the higher average went to James Conner, and he had a touchdown. A.J. Dillon only had 1 touch for 5 yards, but it was a 5-yard touchdown. So great job for him. And then Devontae Adams had, one of the higher averages. Second only to Marcus Valdez-Scantling. And then Rondale Moore only had 1 reception, but it was for 26 yards. But that's all he had. Aaron Jones, Shifty the Clown, and then for Arizona, Christian Kirk had a reception. But yeah, Shifty the Clown really came to ball. And I don't know what else to say except he did a great job. Unfortunately, Hudson and unfortunately our boy, Blaze McCoy, each allowed a sack. Those are not good stats to give up. They're not. And then Rashawn Gary had 2 sacks to his name. And then Byron Murphy Jr. had 10 tackles, the most out of anybody. And then let's see, forced fumbles. Who was the guy that forced a fumble? It was Zadarius Smith. And then it was Devondre Campbell with the fumble recovery, and he had 9 yards on that one, so very good. Okay. So yeah, GG's indeed. So it's going to be the Packers and the Cowboys 2. So I'll be interested to see how these Packers stand up to the Cowboys, as the Cowboys had beaten them last time in the Super Bowl. But other than that, though, I want to say thank you to those who came in, but most especially to Clinton, Patty, and now Kelly, crushing Kelly, and also to Jet Strike from early in the show. I want to say thank you to those guys, and I had a good time at Friendsgiving, and I hope you guys, stay safe, enjoy your time with family, and the tentative plan as far as Thanksgiving Day, and most especially before Thanksgiving dinner for most people, I'll see if I can get the Super Bowl. If not, I could just put it on another day. That's fine. But other than that, though, one thing I will say is that this Friday will be day 1 of Blue Toad Mania. So that's what I have planned. But until then, this is the Blue Toad to Jew22, as well as everybody's favorite cat, Cat TJ, signing off, saying goodbye. And I'm going to get some rest, and boy, am I going to need it. Even though it's going to be a short work week, but it's going to feel like a long one, all things considering. But until then, happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, happy Kwanzaa, happy Hanukkah, any other holidays you can think of. I want to wish nothing but the best holidays for everyone. It's the most wonderful time of the year. That much is true. Okay, so until then, have a good one, everybody. And also, I will see you at Crushing Kelly's show. But until then, I look forward to the memorial to Jason David Frank as well. Peace and salutations. And good night. Oh, I almost forgot. Thank you so much, Crushing Kelly, for showing me this little joke. And it goes like this. Ice, ice, baby. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, I almost forgot to mention that, but I want to say thank you for sharing the joke. But until then, have a great day. Have a great night or day whenever you're watching this. Peace.